Hello world. How you guys doing? Welcome. Listen, my name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and I'm your VP of Sales and Business Development for this amazing company called ConnectMD. So, a few house rules: please keep your mics on mute until we hit the Q&A section, where I will allow you guys to unmute and ask as many questions as you want. Other than that, please get a pen and a piece of paper to take notes so you don't forget your questions and enjoy and join me on this journey. So here we go. So a lot of you may or may not know that as of January 1st, 91 million Americans went uninsured, which have left an access to care in a decline by 28%, mental health services in a decline by 23%, hospital services in a decline by 19%, and patient satisfaction in a decline by 34%. Now, guys, these categories have always existed in healthcare. Before ACA, these numbers were in a decline. During the implementation of ACA, they were in a decline. And now they just have gotten completely out of hand. So healthcare and access to healthcare has always been an issue. However, what is the solution? And this is where ConnectMD comes in and is bridging the gap into some of these things that we've been facing since the beginning of time, right? So in 2019, our company was birthed. And from 2019 to 2023, we were only in the B2B space at that time. Then as we grew and expanded, we expanded our services to the B2C. And for those that don't know those terms, B2B means business to business and B2C means business to consumer. Okay. And then in 2025 of January 1st, we launched our full-blown agency, giving individuals the capability to market, advertise, and promote this brand to the masses, which has given us thousands of members and over 17,000 board certified physicians. Now, our program caters to the three market industries that exist in today's healthcare space. The first one is people who are already housed with insurance, right? And that's great because ConnectMD, guys, is not an insurance replacement. It is a assurance enhancement. Okay. So for that first group of individuals, we become a supplement for them. Your second group of people are going to be individuals who receive free health care, Medicare, Medicaid, and veterans. The problem with that group is accessibility and convenience. So that's what our program provides for that second group of people. And then our third group of people are going to be your individuals who typically don't have anything at all. ConnectMD becomes a primary for them. Now, what is ConnectMD? ConnectMD is a healthcare membership. It is not insurance. I'm going to say that again. It is a healthcare membership. It is not insurance. This membership provides 24/7 access to physicians, free prescriptions, and you can add up to 7 family members on the plan for no additional cost. Now we have 4 membership tiers, starting out with our silver membership, which is only $60 a month. That's going to give you everything I just mentioned, plus dental, vision, and chiropractic. Our gold plan is only $80 a month, and that's going to give you everything in the silver, plus access to free mental health and 13 additional specialists, with alternative medicine being one of those specialists. And then our platinum plan, which is only $100 a month. That's going to give you everything in the gold and in the silver, plus access to a primary care physician, a free dermatologist, and being able to receive 2 free blood tests that is administered through Quest Diagnostics and LabCorp. And then our titanium plan, which is only $150 a month. That's going to give you everything in the platinum, the gold, and in the silver, plus access to free virtual pet care, a medical debt eraser, and a VIP travel booking engine that's going to give you discounts on hotels, resorts, cruises, and local dining and entertainment. All right. Now, full disclaimer, guys, this program is 100% telehealth, which means what? No hospitalizations, no MRIs, no CAT scans, no brick and mortar. However, 80 to 86% of the individuals that actually go into our ER and urgent care, guys, are for non-chronic issues. So things like sore throat, itchy eye, Z-Pack, flu symptoms, traditionally, we would go to ER and urgent care for those. However, due to our program being in place, we're now giving you your time back to be able to access a physician within an 8 to 15 minute window to be able to get these non-chronic issues resolved in a timely fashion. Okay. Now, there are 5 services that do require brick and mortar. Obviously, it's going to be your dental, your vision, your chiropractic, your blood work, and if you choose to see a mental health therapist in person, you can do so. Now, with our 4 membership tiers, there's 5 key features that live inside of each one of our memberships. Number one, there is no contract, no commitment, which means that you can enroll today, cancel next month, no harm, no foul. Number two, there's no social required, which means that now our Hispanic, our Haitian, and our Nigerian market is completely wide open to taking advantage of these amazing services. Number three, because this is not insurance, there is no such thing as open enrollment, which leads to number four, a member can enroll today and use the services the same day. And obviously, number five, which is one of my favorite, there's no previous medical history that will get an individual denied for my program. Now, every member that enrolls into our program receives a HIPAA compliant portal that they have login credentials to administer the services that I spoke to you about in each membership tier. All right. For those that are technically challenged that do not know how to use technology, no problem. You can administer the same services depending on which membership you have by calling the 877 number. Okay. Now, for those that like to lose weight fast, we have a GLP-1 membership that is $375 a month, and that is going to include the medications, the dietitian, the blood work, and the primary care, all under one particular membership for $375 a month. And that is for GLP-1 semaglutide and trizepatide. Okay. Now, for those that are into herbs and you're into supplemental supplements, we do have a supplement line. Now, we are not a product company, but we do offer this to our non-traditional medicine individuals, right? So if you're looking for something to sleep better, Deep Calm is going to take care of that. If you're looking for something to lose weight, your Oxyburn and your Skinny Drops are going to cover that. If you're looking for something just to grow your hair, skin, and nails, we have something for that. And for those that are looking to detox, we have something for that as well. Okay. So guys, this is where now I open up the floor. I digress and answer any questions that you guys may have. Just unmute yourself and ask away. Any questions? No questions? I must have did an amazing job. Okay.
I have a
All right.
question.
Yes.
Previously, you said something about social requirements. What was that like before? Because you said now Haitian and Nigerian communities will be able to take part in this. What did that mean before now?
Well, no, so we never had. So what I said was there's no social requirement, period. Right. So for insurance, you have to have a social security, right, for healthcare. Now with our program, there is no social from the beginning of time up until now. That's one of the benefits. That's one of the key features to our memberships that no social is required. So now individuals that are undocumented can now have true access to healthcare.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other questions, guys?
Can you use a pharmacy, if I use specifically CVS, can you use different type of pharmacies?
Absolutely. So our program is not restricted to a pharmacy. It's basically on your zip code, right? Wherever zip code you're at, you will plug that in and it'll pull up all the pharmacies such as CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Target, so forth and so on. So there's no restrictions on pharmacies.
Can this follow you from state to state?
Absolutely. Great question. All 50 states and every U.S. territory.
Mhm.
Any other questions, guys?
Yes, one more for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this something where you can have regular appointments, like say with a dermatologist or a behavioral health therapist?
100%. I speak
Mhm.
to my dermatologist at least twice a month. My daughter speaks to her dermatologist once a week because her skin issues are a little worse. And then as far as I speak to my counselor once a week as well.
And these are all virtual appointments, or they're hybrid, or?
100% virtual.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100% virtual.
Now, if there was something that you needed in addition to, like, are they giving you prescriptions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Absolutely. So all the physicians from the dermatologist to your primary care to the urgent care, if a prescription is needed, they'll write that prescription and send it to the nearest pharmacy. And depending on which membership you have, if you have the silver and gold, you're going to get the top acute medications for absolutely free. Any medications that fall outside of that formulary, you're going to get up to an 80% discount on. And then
Mhm.
all the top 1,000 chronic medications that live in the platinum and the titanium, you're going to get those for absolutely free. And anything that falls outside of that formulary, you're going to get up to an 80% discount on.
Mhm. So I saw something there about urgent care visits. If you needed to see, like, if maybe your child had like the flu or some type of cough and you were afraid that it was like whooping cough and you end up seeing someone virtually, how are they able to, properly diagnose? And if you want to see if is it COVID, is it whooping cough, is it, just general chest congestion, so that they can move forward with whatever, if it needs to be like an antibiotic or something more. How does that part work?
Absolutely. So just like you, even if you was to go into an urgent care or ER, they're going to ask you the same questions that you're going to fill out on virtual. So the
Mm-hmm.
symptoms is what diagnoses that particular patient, right? So once
Mm-hmm.
entering in all those symptoms, then that's where after those symptoms are entered, the physician sees those symptoms. Then now that's where the consultation takes place, right? No
Mm-hmm.
different than a doctor walking into the office and asking the same probing questions that they're going to
Right.
ask virtually over the phone. And then
Mhm.
based on that description, they'll go ahead. And that's why we have options for phone and video, right?
Mhm.
So if there's something that he or she needs to see, they'll
Mhm.
opt in for a video call, and then they'll be able to see that particular patient no different than you walk
Mhm.
into an urgent care and ER, and then they'll diagnose, write that prescription based on what the information that was listed and based on the conversation that they're having with you.
Mhm.
And then they'll write that prescription and send it to the nearest pharmacy. And again,
Mhm.
if that prescription lives in the formulary, you're going to receive it for free.
Mhm. When in the formulary, you mean, like, what does that mean?
Yeah, so the formulary is a list of medications that are covered in the silver, gold, platinum, and titanium plan.
Okay.
Yeah. And we make that list available to all members even before they purchase a membership.
Mhm. Are those medications like, depending on, like, a stronger medication if you're in a higher tier, or like,
Yeah,
how do those differ from platinum to gold to silver?
absolutely. So for the silver, gold, platinum, and titanium, the acute medications, all of the acute medications live in all of the memberships,
I'm
the
not
top
like,
the top acute medications. And then for platinum titanium, those are where your acute and your chronic medications are housed at. Now,
I see.
no physician, no telehealth physician can write for narcotics, right?
Mhm.
That's a law for telehealth. So we don't do
Mhm.
narcotics. But as far as for chronic medications, those live in the platinum and titanium plans.
Okay, so you choose your tier based on what your health needs are.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. How
Hi.
many people? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, hi. I have a question. When it comes to women's health, say if I were to discover a lump in my breast, how would you guys go about taking care of that?
So anything that a physician needs that they will feel that you need to go into ER or urgent care for, they're going to make that recommendation. Remember, guys, these are board certified physicians. So if you feel like that's a lump, so typically that would be something where a physician would need to actually touch you, right? So at our platinum and titanium plan, we have something called care navigation. And what that care navigation feature is going to do, if you are an individual that does not have insurance, then you're going to want to at least have the platinum plan because the care navigation feature, you can implement those particular symptoms and everything that you got going on there. Um, List that you need to go see a specific physician in a brick and mortar. That care navigation will then reach out and then negotiate that price on your behalf to get it at a discounted rate. And then you're able to go into a facility at that discounted rate. Now, if you are an individual that already has insurance, then you're good to go because anything that's brick and mortar required, that's where your insurance is going to kick in at that point, right? Whereas our program is going to handle all of the non-chronic issues, right? If there is a chronic issue and based on the symptoms that's listed, if that physician feels that you are in need of going to the ER urgent care, they are going to make that recommendation.
Nice.
I have
Okay.
okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I have a question. What plan do you have?
Oh, I did titanium, 100%.
Okay, in regards to the titanium and dental,
Mhm.
describe how the process with the dental, how it works.
Yeah, transparency. Just because I have the titanium doesn't mean that the dental is better at the titanium. So the dental, vision, and chiropractic are not our flagship services. They're value add-ons, which means they live in all the membership plans for value add-ons, right? So we only get up to a 60% discount on dental, vision, and chiropractic. However, the way that they work is, so I just got a cleaning about 2 months ago. And typically that cleaning without ConnectMD, because I don't have insurance, that cleaning would have ran me $130. With ConnectMD, I only paid $69 for that cleaning. So all I did was I put in my zip code. It pulled up all the dental providers that were in my zip coded area. I found the one that was about 15 minutes away from my house. I called them. I gave them my member ID number. They told me what my discount was going to be before I actually walked in. So I already knew exactly what I was paying, right? I knew it was $69 with tax out the door. Boom. I went there, got my cleaning, and sure enough, it was $69 with tax completely out the door. So that's how the dental, vision, and chiropractic works. Great question.
I have a question.
Yep.
So what if the provider is not near, but you know there's a, let's say, a dental location down the street, but it's not in the network? Is there a process to add uh that particular office into the network?
Yeah, so shockingly, what I would recommend, I tell my members this all the time, still call the 866 number that's listed on your, because there's a process that's in your portal that shows you. And let me just do something for you guys. Let me actually show you what a portal looks like live, right? I'm actually show you my portal, my titanium plan. So give me a second. Let me pull that up for you guys. And then that way I can show you exactly what I'm speaking of. So that way you can visually put your eyes on what happens for a member, right? So anytime a member needs to activate these services, whether it be via phone call or they need to log into their portal, these are my login credentials, and this is what a titanium portal looks like. Okay, so this is uh, the crisis management feature that I was telling you guys about. Not crisis man, I'm sorry, the care navigation feature that I was telling you about. And then I've already put something, here we go, just show you guys. So this is a brick and mortar. I needed to do something brick and mortar. I need an annual physical and want to know what kind of discount can I receive. That simple. It's already in progress, right? So now they're reviewing my case. My care navigation is going to now find a facility in my zip coded area where I can go and take a physical at and get a discount on that particular physical. So that's how the care navigation feature works. Okay. So that is just that simple for the care navigation. Now for the dental. Okay. As you can see here, all you're going to do is you're going to put in your zip code, Miss Young, because you asked the question. Can you give me your zip code, please? You're muted too, Miss Young, just in case.
It's two Miss Youngs on here. Which one?
Oh, Barbara, I believe it's Barbara Young.
Oh, I'm the queen, Queen B. 30096.
Okay. So you just put in your zip code and then you search for that provider. And then what will happen is it's going to search on all, and some of these providers, Ms. Young, you're probably going to identify. So as it pulls up here. So here we go. So you got Allianz Dental, you got Duluth Dental. So you're going to get the top 25 that are listed that are literally close to that zip coded area. So going back to the gentleman's question, the reason why you may not see that dental office, that's why I always say still call your 866 number, because even though you do the zip code, you still got to call the 866 number to have them have you locked in for your appointment. right? They help out with that. And then you're going to give them, not Connect MD. That's the reason why you want to follow your steps 1 through 5. So that way you don't have any issues with calling customer support to say, hey, my dental is not working. I mentioned Connect MD. Well, if you looked at step 2, it tells you give this network name. Why? Because dental, vision, and chiropractic is not our flagship services. They're partners, right? So Aetna Dental is our dental partner, right? So you're going to give that name because that's where your membership lives for your up to your 60% discount on dental, vision, and chiropractic. Okay. Now going back to the dashboard here, just like the young lady had a question. So if I'm dealing with a symptom, like I had a red eye issue, traditionally you got red eye, you would go to urgent care, right? But because I got this service, I was able to log in, click on urgent care. Obviously, I live in Georgia. I selected video because I had a red eye, and I just put red eye in my category here. Then you continuously fill out more information, right? So mine, I had an eye problem, and then there's more information, right? That caused me to have a headache, right? And then of course it's standard within 2 hours. That's standard. Then I'm asking additional questions. Do I speak English or Spanish? Do I require any prescription refills? Am I allergic to any medications? Do I want to upload any medications? Do I have any medical conditions, any surgeries? Boom, to report, I put in my height, my weight, pick my pharmacy based on the zip coded area that I live in, and then make sure my number is correct. Select my 3 terms and conditions. Quick survey. What would I have done if I didn't have this service? I would have went to the urgent care. Hit save and finish. Immediately I receive a text message and an email. And then it shows on my dashboard right up here that I'm in the queue to receive that either phone call or video call. And guys, within 8 to 15 minutes, you're going to receive that phone call and video call from that physician. And as you can see, the last time I used this service was last month. Okay. So this is the power of our program, giving you accessibility and providing convenience. Now, I know you guys may have more questions, but let me get to this second piece. Hold your questions until we get to the end of this, and then I'll be able to pick those questions right back up, guys. So really quickly, setting the stage, we're now moving into our opportunity side where I want you guys to understand why we're here, right? Why we exist. Because back in the 1960s and 1970s, the only thing that we were privy to was emergency rooms and hospitals. Then healthcare grew and expanded. And then in the 1970s to the 2000s, urgent care was birthed. Okay. And then as healthcare continued to grow, it got interrupted and disrupted by the pandemic. And when that happened, that's when telehealth was birthed. So what you're looking at on the screen is the beginning and the end of a paradigm shift because the term healthcare now can take care of individuals physically and virtually. Okay. So guys, we're not going anywhere. We're here to stay for a very, very long time. The only thing that happens after this paradigm shift is enhancements based on technology and AI. Okay. Now, if you wanted to open up your own health insurance agency, you're going to be looking at anywhere between $1,300 to $3,600 out of pocket plus ongoing overhead. However, you can lose the zero, get with the hero, which is Connect MD. For $24.99 a month, you will have an agency where you will have a CRM system that tracks all of your sales, a marketing university that provides you all of the marketing tools to promote this to business owners and to consumers. And then you're going to receive a free lead database where you can put in a zip code and it'll pull up all the companies that you can promote the services to. Okay. Now, as you guys can see, Ms. Young asked a very important question that we typically get a lot of times. Well, Dr. Pitts, what membership do you have and why do you have that membership? Well, one of the reasons why I have it is because I love the services that are offered at that particular membership. But most importantly, I don't have to pay for it, right? And I'm going to show you why here in a minute because of the revenue that you're able to generate. So in this particular illustration, it is important that even though it's only $24.99 to have an agency, we recommend you to have a membership. And could you imagine if Miss Young asked me that question and I said to her, I didn't have a membership? What disadvantage would I have to even prove to Miss Young that this service is beneficial to even her? And I don't have it myself. Number two, I could not have logged in and showed you guys how to actually navigate through a portal, which had put me at another disadvantage. So we always recommend our ambassadors to have a membership attached to their agency for situations just like that. So for every ambassador that's on here now, if you don't have a membership, my recommendation is if you ran into Ms. Young, you would have completely lost that sale. Level of transparency, right? So it is important that you have a membership of some sort to add to your particular agency. If you do, a silver agent is only $114.97 to start, upwards to the titanium agent at $204.97. That is your upfront cost. And the only thing you're going to be responsible for on a monthly basis is your $24.99 back office plus whatever membership you chose. But guys, when you look at this, 3 sales replaces what you spent at a silver agent level, and 6 sales replaces what you would spend at a titanium agent level. And guys, you have 30 days to do that. All right. Now, having your agency set up gives you 3 major benefits. Number one, you don't need a license to push this. Why? This ain't insurance. So there's no test that you need to take, or there's no qualifications that you need to take. You don't have to do a background check. You don't have to do fingerprinting. Listen, no license required. $24.99. You can start making money today. The second big feature, guys, no chargebacks, which means that if a member enrolls today, cancels next month, no harm, no foul to the member, no harm, no foul to the agent. And then third but not least, if I did not mention, let me mention again, we provide free leads. Okay, that's included into your $24.99. Now, once your agency is set up, you put yourself in a financial position to make a $50 bonus up front, no matter what membership you enroll somebody into. All right. And then you're making 25% of that membership month after month. So if you enrolled a silver member today, you'll make a $50 bonus up front and $15 month after month, as long as that silver member stays active. If you enroll 25 people at the gold level, that's $1,250 up front and $500 month after month, as long as those members stay active. If you enrolled 100 people at the platinum level, that's $5,000 up front, $2,500 month after month, as long as they stay active. I think you guys get the concept, right? So guys, that means what? What you see on this screen is what you personally can do without team building. You do not need to come into this company and team build to hit certain ranks. You can literally come in and build your own book of business and own your book of business as you see fit. However, if you decided to leverage your income and bring on other ambassadors, guys, we have the same structured foundation as insurance. It's just without the license, which means what? We get paid off what we call overrides. So your level 1 agent, you're going to get paid a 5% override off all of your level 1 agents that you bring into the business. Your level 2 agents, you're going to get 3% of the overrides that they do month after month. Your level 3, you're going to make 2% of all the book of business that they write month after month. And levels 4 through 9, you're going to make 1% of all the book of business that they write month after month. Now, there are lifestyle bonuses that you can achieve based on the rank that you hit. If you hit the gold rank, you're going to get a $500 lifestyle bonus on top of your income that you're already generating at that level, plus a cruise every year. And once you hit the platinum rank, you're going to get an $800 lifestyle bonus added to whatever income that you are currently making at that level, plus a cruise +1 every year. And then the diamond level, you're going to make a $1,000 lifestyle bonus on top of the income that you're already making at that level, a cruise +2. And now you get 2% of the company's revenue that is shared amongst you and other diamonds. Okay. That's our infinity company pool. All right. So guys, that is the benefit of leveraging your agency. And if you guys decide to come on board as an ambassador, here's something I want to show you. So, guys, June 4th to June 6th of 2027 is our annual convention. This year it was Momentum. Our next year's convention is called Elevation. So, if you decide to come on as an ambassador, you're definitely not going to want to miss this event. So, mark your calendars. June 4th through June 6th is our next year's convention. Okay? Uh-oh. All right, guys, this is where now I digress and I open up the floor for any questions about the services and or the opportunity.
I'd like to know if there are any co-payments associated with telehealth.
Great question. Absolutely none. With our program, there are none. And that is a great question, guys, because um, there's other telehealth companies that exist. What makes us stand out the most is a plethora of reasons, right? One of them is that right there. MD Live, who's the mothership of telehealth, they have copays that you have to pay before you can actually see a telehealth physician. So great question. Any other questions?
Question, for those individuals, because there's a whole bunch of, I don't know how young you are, but for people who are not uh, computer savvy or have no experience with computers,
Mhm.
is there a 24-hour phone number available?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. We have an 877 number that when a member enrolls, they get all of that in the email that shows them exactly how to administer that service via phone. So yes, ma'am. We have it for, I have a senior community in the Chicagoland area. I call them my senior 60s. They got the silver membership, right? And they use the service via phone because they're just not tech savvy. So yes, ma'am, we do have that in place. Any
Quick
other questions?
question. Hi.
Hey, hey.
Uh, can someone do this outside of the US?
So right now, our program it's only in all 50 states and every U.S. territory. There are benefactors for individuals that live outside of the country that can do the business side. But as far as for taking advantage of the services, they can't because the services only live in the U.S. as of right now. But the business side of it, there are opportunities that people can work the business side of it.
Okay, great. Because I was asking actually for the business side.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
thank
Just
you.
wanted to provide clarity. That's all.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
My question, I currently have chiropractic service with my insurance carrier, in which the uh, chiropractor does not, my insurance doesn't fully pay for the service. So I could use this as a supplement, and it would be would it be Aetna? You said chiropractic?
No, chiropractic is through our program. Is called, I think it's Unicare Chiropractic. So again, but the same way that I administer the dental is the same way you would do the chiropractic. Put that zip code in, it'll pull up all the chiropractors in your zip coded area, and then you would just go back up and follow those steps. I think it's 1 through 4 for the chiropractic, and then that way you can get your chiropractic appointment. You'll know exactly what you're paying before you walk in there. Any other questions, guys?
You were saying something about, like, let's say somebody needed to get blood work done.
Mhm.
Like, okay, so would they would make an appointment online to the doctor?
Yeah, through
Um,
their PCP, their
right. I
primary care.
mean,
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, you need to see a doctor in order to get it. Let's say you need for that doctor to see your blood work
Hmm.
or
Yeah, what
or
happens? Yeah, what happens is that on the platinum plan, you already receive 2 free CMP blood panel tests. So then what typically happens is you once you click on the PCP, it literally says right there CMP blood panel. You just click on that, and then that'll let the primary care know that that's what you're requesting. You'll fill out that information. They'll send the order to Quest Diagnostics or LabCorp based on what you choose. You go and you get your blood work done. Quest Diagnostics and LabCorp uploads that blood work through your portal, and then now you have another scheduled visit with your PCP to read you your blood work.
Okay, so you would pay for, you say, is it two that you have to pay for?
No, you receive 2 free CMP
Okay,
panel blood tests per
on the
year.
plan, on the
Mhm.
plan. And the lower one, the other one you would have to pay if it's lower than platinum.
Yeah, silver and gold, you're gonna get up to a 50% discount on the blood test.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas at platinum and titanium, you get 2 of them for free.
Okay, so let's say you just already had blood work done at your primary. Can you still upload that?
You can, 100%. You have the capability of uploading any previous medical history that you need. That's why in the questions when I was navigating through that, it asked you, did you have any medical conditions that you want to share with either that urgent care or primary care physician?
Now, how many times can you call these primary cares, or like is there a limit as to how many appointments you can make with those?
That's a great question. No limits. And that's another separation feature from us and other telehealth institutions. They have a lot of them have limits on the urgent care and primary care, whereas ours we don't.
Okay, I have a question. So if you just say by chance forget to list your medical conditions or, run out of time to do that, is it going to generate just a standard complete metabolic panel blood test for you? Or are you able to take different types of blood tests? Like, for example, I'm diabetic, so I have to have my A1C drawn every 3 months. Is that included, or is that something that's specialized?
That'll be discounted because remember that's the reason why I specifically stated CMP blood panel. So
Right.
any you can get any blood test. You can have the primary care right for any blood test. Just know
Mhm.
that there's going to be a fee if it's not the CMP panel, right? You're going to get up
Mhm.
to a 50% discount on any blood test outside of the CMP panel blood test because those are the only 2 that you receive for absolutely free. Any other blood test that
Mhm.
you may need, you're going to receive a discount on.
So, like, I list my medical conditions, and I'm still going to be paying at a discounted price for any blood work that's outside of what you guys are offering, correct?
That is correct.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Any other questions, guys? Going once?
One question.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, if you get rushed to the emergency room, do you get a copay for that or a bill through the mail for that?
You would because our program doesn't cover any brick and mortar whatsoever. We don't
Even if you
provide insurance.
even if you guys send us, like if the
Even if they
provision
make a
send us.
recommend, yeah, even if they make a recommendation, that's a recommendation, right? It's not a service where you can walk into a brick and mortar and say, "Hey, Connect MD recommended me here," right? It wouldn't change anything, right? Because we're not an insurance. When you walk into a brick and mortar, the first question that they ask you is, "Do you have insurance?" Right?
Right.
We're not insurance. So even though you have ConnectMD, we are a membership. So we don't speak to Epic. We don't speak to MyChart. We don't speak to urgent care. We don't speak to ER, right? Our physicians are able to make recommendations based on your situation and your circumstances. And in the care navigation feature, they can make a recommendation for you to go into a brick and mortar to see a specialist. And at that time, you can receive a discount on that service. But when it comes to ER, that's an emergency. So you don't want to go through a care navigation for it. I mean, and it wouldn't make any sense anyway because you need to go to the ER anyway. So going to the ER, that has nothing to do with us. However, if you have the titanium plan and you do receive that bill, you can upload that bill to your medical debt eraser, and then that medical debt eraser can reduce that medical debt by 90% or get it wiped out completely.
Would it reduce it with the one up under that one or no?
No, just the titanium. That only lives in the titanium because the titanium has 3 additional features: the medical debt eraser, the VIP travel booking engine, and it also has the virtual pet care.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah,
Can I upload my past bills?
100% current and past. It don't matter how old they are. Great question.
One more question. So, this coverage, say if I were to go visit an aunt and like New Mexico or something, would it still work for me there
As long
if
as
I'm in California?
all 50 states and every U.S. territory.
Beautiful.
Yep,
Thank you.
absolutely. Great question.
What does a primary care visit consist of?
Pretty much, when because people who want to do primary care, you typically want to speak to that same physician about your situation, right? That means that you typically either want to just stick with that particular physician and build a relationship and a rapport with that physician, or because of your previous medical history, you just want to make sure that he or she is on the up and up with your medical history so they can make sure that they're prescribing you pretty much either refills on your medication. My mother, who's a Medicare and Medicaid recipient, she's a diabetic, but she uses ConnectMD because she can't get into a scheduled appointment until about 45 days to 2 months with her primary care that she has had for over 10 years. So ConnectMD is able to bridge that gap and refill my mother's metformin, right? So it just depends on whatever your needs are for your PCP visit.
Okay. So like them taking your vitals and things like that, that wouldn't be anything they could do. Would you have to have your own stuff? And I mean, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, typically if you're able to get because I mean, right now you can kind of pick up that kind of stuff if you have it at home, or you can go to Walgreens or Walmart and get those vitals done. Because and of course, as we grow, we are looking at wearables for that particular feature to be added to our platform and our program. So that's definitely going to be coming down the pipeline to where now just as long as you got the wearable on, it'll speak to the system to let that particular physician or urgent care know about where your vitals live at and your oxygen rate and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree. Everything's becoming digital nowadays. Like, for example, I have a CGM and that's digital. So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the advancement of healthcare. Remember what I told you guys, the only thing that happens after this is AI and technology, right? And that's where it starts to enhance the programs even like ours to be able to have those kind of features added in. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. All right, guys. Well, you're either a one, two, or three. A one, you say, Dr. Pitts, I just want to be a member only. And to that, we say thank you and welcome to the family. Or you're number two. You say, hey, Dr. Pitts, I want to help you guys push this initiative across the 50 states and every U.S. territory. And to that, we say thank you and welcome to the family. Or you're number three. You're not interested at all, and that's okay. At least today, you got educated on who we are and what we do. And the only thing we ask you to do is refer people to us that you know that may need the services that we offer. And if I can leave you guys with anything, allow me to leave you with this. Coming together is the beginning, sticking together is progress, but us working together, that's what success looks like. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts. I'm the VP of Sales and Business Development for this amazing company called ConnectMD. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the top.
Appreciate you, Dr. Pitts.
Absolutely.